Hello friends, welcome to Wawa Yes. Welcome to the daily MCQ discussion based on the current affairs. आज है 4th of June 2021 और अब हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं आज के 5 करंट अफेयर बेस्ड MCQs. But before we go into the discussion of MCQs, let us see the question that was asked yesterday. कल का क्वेश्चन था what is 103rd Constitutional Amendment Act related to? So this question is about the 103rd Constitutional Amendment Act. Okay, so the 103 Constitutional Amendment Act is related to the reservation to EBCs, the economically weaker section EWS. Okay, so reservation to EWS is the 103 Constitutional Amendment Act. Now, what is 102nd Constitutional Amendment Act, 102 Constitutional Amendment Act? It is nothing but the constitutional status to National Commission for Backward Classes. And sorry, and 101 is nothing but GST. Okay, so try to remember the last 3-4 constitutional amendment acts. This might help you in the match the following or in the any MCQ. Okay, so now let's begin. But before that, I would just like to tell you that all the questions that we are providing daily are based on the current affairs. And as you know, these current affairs actually play a very important role for the prelims. So just do one thing. There is no need to note down current affairs daily. Go to our Telegram channel and just download these current affairs. We are uploading the question and the solution in a detailed way in the PDF format. So just go to our Telegram channel and download the PDF from there so that you can get all the current affair based MCQs. And before exam, we can just revise these MCQs directly. Okay? Now let's begin. The first question. Consider the following statements with respect to United Nations General Assembly. First one, it is main deliberative, policy making and representative organ of the UN. Second one, the assembly has the same veto powers as the UN Security Council. So, which of the following statements are correct? A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. So, we have to choose the correct option. So, if you see the first statement, it is the main deliberative, policy making and representative organ of the UN. This is right because here we are talking about the UN General Assembly. So, General Assembly is that assembly consisting of all the members, all the 193 members. So, this first statement is right. If you see the second statement, the assembly has same veto powers as that of the UN Security Council. This is wrong because the veto powers and the powers that the Security Council has are different from the powers of the General Assembly. So, इसीलिए the second statement is wrong and the correct answer is A 1 only. Now we will see some more information. So if you see this General Assembly, actually every year the General Assembly will meet once. Okay, so इसको बोलते हैं the UN General Assembly. So it will gather once in every year, and it will also elect president for that year. It will also elect president. So every year the president of the UN General Assembly keeps on changing. So why this was in news is because recently India decided to support Maldives Foreign Minister Abdullah Shahid in the election of President of UNGA. Okay, so this UNGA, actually the presidency for this UNGA rotates between the 5 geographical groups: Africa, Asia Pacific, Eastern European, Latin American, Caribbean, and Western Europe. See, among all these zones, the presidency keeps on rotating. Okay. And as I told you already, the assembly has no binding votes or no veto powers like the UN Security Council. And the decision on important questions like peace and security, admission of new members, budgetary matters, they require two-thirds majority of the General Assembly. Let's go to the next question. The second question. Consider the following statements with respect to the Research, Design and Standard Organization RDSO. First one, it is the sole R&D wing of the Ministry of Railways. Second statement, it became India's first institution to be declared as Standard Developing Organization under the One Nation, One Standard mission. Okay? Now here we have to choose the correct statement. A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. So this RDSO, if you see, it is the sole R&D wing of Ministry of Railways. This is absolutely right. And the second statement, it became India's first institution to be declared as Standard Developing Organization under the One Nation, One Standard mission. This is also right. So see, both 1 and 2 are the correct answers. So this RDSO, the Research, Design and Standard Organization, so it is located in Lucknow. It is located in Lucknow. Okay, remember this. and it is one of the India's leading standard formulating body, which is undertaking the standardization of work in the railway sector, as this RDSO belongs to railways. Now, we'll see some more information about this. So, as I told already, it is located in Lucknow and is the sole R&D wing of the Railway Ministry. So, about this one nation, one standard, if you see, so this one nation, one standard का मतलब ये है कि we want to set a single body that is setting standards for all types of goods in the country. Currently, मामला ऐसा है कि the BIS is the main standard setting body, but this is not the only standard setting body. The BIS sets standard for about 20,000 products, but we also have other bodies like the Food Safety Standard Authority of India and others who will set standard for those type of goods, or you can say for the goods which come under them. So there are different bodies and different standard setting agencies. So because of this, the implementation is becoming more complex. So इसीलिए what we are thinking is we are trying to merge all of these bodies and create one single standard setting body. Okay. So इसको हम बोल रहे हैं one nation one standard, so that because of this the implementation will become very easy and there will be standardization among the different products. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. The third question. Consider the following statements with respect to the Model Tenancy Act. So recently this Model Tenancy Act was in use, तो इसीलिए हमने क्वेश्चन पूछा है. The first statement, under the Act, written agreement is not necessary for new tenancies. Second statement, the Act will apply to the premises let out for residential, commercial or educational use but not for industrial use. हमने यहाँ पे correct statement choose करना है. A one only, B two only, C both one and two, and D neither one nor two. So here the correct answer is, if you see the first statement properly, so the written agreement is not necessarily, but this is wrong because the written agreement is necessary between the tenant and the owner. And the second statement, if you see, the act will apply to premises let out for residential, commercial, and educational, but not industrial. This is also true because the land or the building or land which is given to industrial use, it will be governed by the Industrial Act and or the Companies Act, something like that. Okay, so both are two different things. So easily it is not applicable to the industrial use. So here the correct answer is, as the first statement is wrong and the second statement is right. B, P only is the correct answer. Now we'll see some more information. So recently, the Union Cabinet has approved this model tenancy law, and under this law, separate rent authorities, courts, and tribunals in districts will be set up so that it can help or it can protect the interest of both the owner as well as the tenant. Okay. And now the jurisdiction over the rents and the renting of houses and the other things related to this jurisdiction will be solely with the rent courts and not the civil court. Okay, so it will not be with the civil court, this power. The jurisdiction will be with the rent courts, and the maximum security deposit is also fixed. Currently अब क्या है, the owners are taking security deposit as per like how they want, in whichever way they want. तो इसीलिए इसको भी फिक्स कर दिया गया है. For the residential premises, maximum of 2 month rent can be taken, but if they talk about the non-residential property, the maximum is 6 months rent. Okay, and also there has to be a written agreement, as we have seen already, written agreement between the tenant and the owner. Okay, and the duration for the tenancy and the rate, everything will be fixed as a mutual understanding between the tenant and the owner. Okay, now let's move on to the next question. SDG India Index and the Dashboard 2021 has been released by which agency? A, World Economic Forum, B, World Bank, C, Niti Aayog, and D, BRICS. The correct answer is C, Niti Aayog. So Niti Aayog has released this SDG India Index. So Niti Aayog has been releasing various indices in order to promote cooperative federalism. Okay, and competitive federalism, you can say, promote cooperative and competitive federalism. So this actually, if you see this SDG India Index, it was first launched in 2018 and it was designed and developed by Niti Aayog. This actually, the preparation of this index follows some extensive consultation with the primary stakeholders of states, union territories, etc., and the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, the MOSPI, and the key union ministries. So after they were consulted, this index will be prepared, and it has been comprehensively documenting and ranking the progress made by states, union territories towards achieving the SDG. So achieving SDG is the main goal. It has become a primary tool for monitoring progress on the SDG in the country and has simultaneously fostered competition among states and union territories. As I told already, this is mainly for the competitive federalism. Okay, so Niti Aayog has designed this. If you see about this 2021 index, so it actually covers 115 indicators and incorporates 16 out of the 17 SDGs, and their performance is evaluated. Okay, and it is developed in collaboration with the UN in India, and it tracks actually the progress of all the states about the measures they are taking and how good they are in implementation of the different chosen measures. Okay, and Kerala is the top ranker in this. Kerala is the top ranker. Okay, and Bihar is the last ranker in this index. Now let's look at the last question of the day. So the Bni Minash, an ethno-linguistic group, the Bni Minash, an ethno-linguistic group belongs to which of the following states in India? A. Sikkim, B. Assam, C. Rajasthan, and D. Mizoram. ठीक है सो यहाँ पे हम चूज करना है करेक्ट आंसर एंड द करेक्ट आंसर इज डी मिजोरम so Mizoram is the correct answer. So Bini Mishai, if you see, they are actually Jews who claim their ancestry from Israel. More than 100 Jews from India recently who wanted to go to Israel have delayed their plans due to COVID-19. So इसीलिए this was in news. And this ethno-linguistic community, it lives in the northeast states of Manipur and Mizoram. In those borders they live. Okay, and they claim their ancestry to Israel and they practice Judaism. Okay, that is why this was in news. Now let's look at the last question of the day. Yeah, sorry, this is the last question. Now look at the question of the day. The question of the day for today is, so every year we will celebrate Mahaparinirvan Divas. So this Mahaparinirvan Divas actually is the death anniversary of an Indian leader. You have to tell me which Indian leader's death anniversary is celebrated as this Mahaparinirvan Divas. Do comment your answer in the comment box. Tomorrow, before the start of discussion, we are going to discuss the answer. Okay? So that's it, friends, for the day. But before we leave, I would just like to inform you about the initiatives about WOW IAS. WOW IAS is giving you the crisp summaries of Vision PT 365 Prelims Test Series, Mains Test Series, and Vision Magazine. The details are available in the Telegram channel, and these summaries are available in the JPEG format, that is the image format. It's free of cost. You can just go and get them from the Telegram channel. The Telegram channel details are in the description. So that's it for the day. I'll see you again tomorrow with 5 more questions. Till then, keep studying and stay tuned to our Jai Hind.